Excel has been the backbone of manufacturing planning for decades, but is it still enough today? Walk into almost any factory and you will find printed out Excel sheets running production schedules, downtime logs, maintenance lists, shift planning, and so on. In these cases, the concept of OE is not even present. But here's the question. In a world of digitalization, smart sensors, real-time analytics, and integrations, can a static Excel still keep up? Today, we are going to explore why Excel became the most used tool in manufacturing, where it starts to struggle in a modern production, what today's factories actually need, and how digital production tools like GlobalReader are helping teams move from manual tracking to real-time visibility. Why has Excel become the industry standard? Let's be fair to Excel. It's a universal tool. Almost everybody knows how to use it. If someone joins for your team tomorrow, they know what to do. It's low cost. It doesn't require hardware installation. It doesn't require integration project. You can build something in a few hours. Before GlobalReader, factories have used Excel for production schedules, downtime tracking, inventory lists, shift planning, OE calculations, and maintenance logs. And in many small or medium factories, it worked well enough. You could create a sheet per machine, you could track daily output, you could calculate availability, performance, and quality. For years, this was considered digital. And to be honest, in early 2000 it was. So here are a few reasons why factories have said why they still use Excel today. First, comfort. I am used to it. If something works, why change it? That may be true for the people that are familiar with this certain Excel. But if new person is joining the team, there is a big chance that something breaks and you have to spend even more time to fix it. Second, perceived cost. A new system sounds expensive and Excel feels free. I have a good personal example here. I used to fill out Excel sheets with production data for 4 days in a month. So I quickly realized this is not something I want to do the rest of my life. My solution was to optimize the Excel sheet. Everything that could be calculated with formulas, it was implemented. This cut down my work time to 2.5 days. Clearly still too much. If you consider time as money, this means roughly 300 euros as a salary cost. In a year, it adds up too much. Thirdly, control. Managers like seeing and editing everything manually. If you need to show beautiful numbers, it can be manipulated. Yes, we have seen it before. But here's the quiet problem. Excel doesn't fail loudly. It fails slowly. You have to deeply understand and know your Excel to even notice mistakes. You don't realize the damage until damage is already done, resulting faulty reports. Numbers don't match. Someone may have accidentally changed the formatting of one cell from number to a date. Yes, guilty as charged. Production meetings become arguments. Depends on how someone wants to see the numbers. OE feels like a guess, even it's actually measured. And that's where the cracks begin to show. So, where Excel starts to break? The Excel struggles the moment production becomes dynamic. First, no real-time data. In most factories using spreadsheets, operators still write down time on paper. Enter numbers at the end of the shift, update files once per day. That means if a machine stops at, let's say, 9:12, management might know only that next day at 3 o'clock. And worse, Excel may still show that the machine is running, so the decisions are based on yesterday's truth. Modern production can't afford that delay. Second, slow reporting equals slow decisions. By the time someone puts data together, production numbers, downtime categories, OE calculations, the moment of act has been often passed. The operator manually writes estimated downtime with reasons on a paper. Sometimes operators think it took only 15 minutes, but when checked from cameras, it actually took 34 minutes before the machine started running. Now, that paper has to reach the correct person who has to manually enter it to Excel to even get the sum of downtime with rough reasoning behind the downtime issues. You're always reacting, never preventing. Third, a human error. We have all seen it. A broken formula, a copied row with wrong values, a decimal point in a wrong place, someone overwrite a file. One small typo can distort your OEE for an entire month, and nobody realizes it until quarterly review. Fourth, version control chaos. Which spreadsheet is the real one? Final version 3, final version 4, final version 4 updated, final version 4 updated again. Now it's really final version, I quit. If production data lives in shared folders, emails, or even USB sticks, you don't have one source of truth. You have multiple versions of reality. Fifth is scalability problems. Excel is fine for one machine, one production line, or 1-2 shifts planning, but try managing 30 machines, multiple shifts, several production sites, and suddenly you are managing spreadsheets instead of managing your production. Sixth, OEE calculations are often wrong. As from previous episodes we learned, OEE depends on accurate availability, performance, and quality. If downtime reasons are incomplete, if cycle times are assumed, if scrap isn't even tracked live at all, your OEE becomes theoretical. It looks nice in a report, but it doesn't reflect the reality of the shop floor. What modern production actually requires? Industries are moving towards smart factories. We consider a smart factory as one that collects data from machines, data is sent to cloud platform, it creates automatic reports, and decisions are made on data. Not because it sounds trendy, but because the whole manufacturing complexity has increased. Today's factories need real-time machine data. If machine stops, someone should know the reason and know it immediately. Automated reporting. Reports should generate themselves. Predictive maintenance. Maintenance should be planned based on data, not on guesses. Traceability. You should know what was produced, when it was produced, by whom, and which machine it was produced. And finally, ERP and system integrations. Production plans should connect to ERP automatically. Excel was never designed for this level of complexity. It's like using your calculator to run an air traffic control tower. Technically, it's possible, practically, really risky. Where digital production tools step in and how GlobalReader helps. This is where modern production tools change the world. Instead of manually collecting data, systems like GlobalReader combine hardware sensors, or we can get data from machine controllers. Real-time shop floor feedback. Operators can quickly notify about the downtime reasons without leaving the machine. And you don't need to run around with papers to get info digitalized. Also, you know who was the operator, what we're producing, and what batch it was collected for. Planning tools. When, what order, or what products have to be done in which manufacturing line. Maintenance scheduling. Planned work is 2 or 3 times cheaper than repairing. In addition to that, you will get analytics dashboards, notifications, call for help, smart live view, and quality control, all in one ecosystem. Let's simplify it. When a machine runs, it records data automatically. When it stops, the operator logs the reason instantly. When maintenance is due, it is scheduled inside the system. When production fails behind, the planner sees it on live. No manual Excel updates, no waiting until end of the day reports, no guessing, and most importantly, accurate OEE in real time. You don't replace Excel because it's bad. You replace it because production needs have evolved. Excel helped the factories digitalize once. Real-time production system help factories compete now. Is Excel enough for managing modern production? For static environments? Maybe. For dynamic, competitive manufacturing in 2026? Definitely not. The question isn't, can we keep using Excel? The real question is, how much efficiency are we losing by not seeing production in real time? So, if you want to evolve from filling up Excel sheets to live manufacturing and start digitalization journey, we are here for you. We assure you that's a conversation worth having.